Hello, good morning everyone. This is Kevin Anthony from the FabLab here at Ball High School, and today I'm going to talk about setting your job up for the FabLab Laser cutter or engraver. So I have Illustrator open here. This is probably the easiest program to work with. We're going to talk about laser cutting and laser engraving. So I'm just going to create a new document inside of Illustrator, and we'll just make this print. And basically, I'm going to make sure my measurements are in inches. This is easier for me to deal with. So I'm just going to make it 8.5 by 11. That's a piece of paper. Click on Create. And we'll end up with just a blank page here. But I'm going to talk about a couple of things. I'm going to turn my rulers on. That's Control R. And so basically, I'm going to draw a couple of shapes here. Here's a rectangle, and we'll do a circle, and we'll put some text in here. This is text. Okay, so basically what we have here, we have three different objects here. We have the rectangle, we have the text, and we have a circle. So let's just say, for example, that we wanted to cut this this rectangle out, and cut this circle out, and we wanted to engrave, just say this is a gift or a cutting board, for example. You wanted to engrave this. So basically there's two functions the laser cutter does. It'll cut an outline along a line like this. This is called a vector. It'll cut it out with the laser. And the other thing it does is it will engrave. So basically it will go back and forth with the laser to do what's called rasterization or rastering, engrave. The way it does that, it determines those two things by the color of the line and the weight of the line. So in this example, if we wanted to cut this rectangle out, we have to make sure that two conditions are present. And what I'm going to do is turn on my swatches here. Swatches are the colors. And we have to make sure that our colors are correct. So right now it's black. So anything that it sees as black will be basically engraved. This will go back and forth, engraving. Anything that it sees as red will be cut out. Okay, continuing on. This is my swatch panel here. Now I'm just going to go just through the steps of making the colors. If you log into your Adobe Creative Cloud account, your libraries will follow you, so your colors and your palettes and everything will follow you wherever you log in. But just this example here, we need to make a red to cut this, so I'm going to go over here to New Swatch, and we're going to make sure that the color mode is set to RGB, that's red, green, and blue. We're going to leave the red at 255, and we're going to turn the green off and turn the blue off. Now this is the very specific red that the laser cutter needs to be able to cut the line. So when we click on this line here, we're going to make them red, and we can tell it's our new swatch that we just made. You can give it a name if you want to, but we'll click on that guy right there. Actually, I don't want to fill that. I want that to fill to be none, and I want the line to be red. So now you can see the line is red. Okay, so you can see our line is red. So if we were to send this to the laser cutter right now as it is, it basically would just engrave. It'll go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because this, even though the color's correct on the line, the weight of the line is not correct. If you click on the line, you can see that it's actually 1 point. So what this is, we need to change this. If we want to cut something out, we need to do 0.001. That's the weight of the line. And that way, when we send that, you can see there, it kind of got really thin. So basically, when the laser cutter sees this, it's going to just cut this out here completely. And then it's going to see this black part as text, and this is going to engrave. So it's very important that you have the correct color for the red, and then anything else that's not red will be engraved. And the second thing you have to remember is the red is the main color, but also you have to make sure that the line, stroke, or the weight is 0.001.